Hi, my name's Andie, and I was born and raised in America's Deep South, in the official home of country music, Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee. I was on course to grow up as an all-American girl with hot dogs, high school, and homecoming queens. I just wanted to be a cheerleader. But when I was 10 years old, my mama and daddy moved the family to Birmingham. And that's not Birmingham, Alabama, honey. That's Birmingham, West Midlands. And from that point on, I became a Brummy. It didn't quite happen overnight. Took a couple of years to assimilate. I used to stand in the playground at the god-awful school, surrounded by a little clutch of lads with their hands thrust in the pockets of their bomber jackets, and they'd say, "Ujo, support." Support? What do you mean support? You know, Ujo, support. Well, my daddy supports me. No, like Ujo support, like a football team, like the Villa. Villa, Villa, Villa. I had no idea what they were talking about. But after a couple of years, I was well on my way to becoming a proper Brummy. My best friend Denise lived next door, and this event took place nearly every Saturday morning. "Watch out staring at ponts." Denise and I were queuing on the concrete slope that led up the back of Birmingham's Bullring to the Saturday morning top-ranked teeny bopper disco, when a lad behind us in the queue with zits and a feather cut schmoozed up and said to Denise, "You fancy a snog after, Bab?" "Piss off." "All right, keep your fucking hair on. I was only trying to be nice." The lad turned his full charm on me. "Joe, fancy a snog after, Bab?" "Piss off." Denise and I linked arms as we shuffled forward in the queue on our 6-inch rubber wedges. Mine had holes in that looked just like Swiss cheese, swear to God, and I'd cinch in my wet look belt a notch or two to accentuate my positive assets. Not that I had any yet, mind. My mum still made me wear a vest to protect me washboard chest against the perils of life before central heating. Perish the thought. And as I stood there, I'd fantasise about dancing the rub up in a dark corner with David Cassidy, Mark Bolan, David Essex with that dimple, maybe even Donny Osmond at a pinch, maybe all four of them together. And I swear I could feel something stirring deep in me veins. My mum called them hormones. Denise and I used to practice the rub-up in her front room. Not easy on brown nylon carpet, with her mum shouting from the Draylon settee, "Go on, Babs, you can do it." It's supposed to be a sexy bump and grind dance where you lock knees and you lock hips. We used to practice to Judge Dredd's lewd hit Big Six. Sometimes we got it confused with rubbing in during short crust pastry lessons at school. So there we were on the concrete slope, and the smell of sweat and fags seeped and beckoned through the door till we finally emerged into the dark cavernous pit and headed straight to the girls' bogs. "Give us your lippy tar," said Denise. I rummaged in my handbag and pulled out my mum's best lippy that I'd nicked that morning. "What colour's that, you twat? I wanted pearl-eyes pink." "My mum's very haute couture. It's burnt umber, actually, and if my mum wears it, it must be fashion." "Well, my mum said Denise, if girls were meant to wear makeup, they'd be born with it on, but I'll give it here." And she slapped it on her gob, and I shoved some bog roll down my bra. Well, a couple of triangles. We linked arms once more and stomped back out into that dark cavernous pit, where I tripped straight over my ankle and landed spread eagle on the dance floor, right beneath the strobing, flashing mirror ball. Nobody bothered about epilepsy in the 70s. "What you doing down there, you twat? Come on, I'll help you." And Denise hauled me up onto my ankle breakers. We threw our suede tasselled handbags on the floor and attempted to align our hips and lock our knees once more for that rub-up, when out of a dark corner came drooling the lad with zits in a feather cut. "Cool, I'm a right pair of slags. You fancy a shag after, girls?" "Piss off." Suddenly, a spotlight hit us from above, cascading light over our shoulders. We were locked together in the middle of the dance floor. Somehow we'd won the dance competition. This was 1973, and we were the Dogs' Bollocks.